Mate, something else with comedy that I suppose has been made super hard these days, and it's interesting to get your opinion on this because obviously you're the master at it. But political correctness is something that, in a way, I don't know, but I think like it actually can be not ruining comedy, but it can be making it very hard to probably get some jokes across. Like, how have you found that in the comedy scene these days? Like, is there things that now you can't even really joke about on stage, and if you do, like, what happens? Like, is the risk of offending someone or offending a certain organisation? Like, it must be hard to sort of find the balance of saying something funny, but also be in the same not too offensive. Like, is that something that happens?
Man, this is something that I'm like so passionate about, and I've got to be super careful about what I say, especially in this climate. But I think recently I've been delving into this a lot more because I've faced a lot of problems with applying for funding for my animation, the prestigious 9As, which you obviously touched on earlier.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that tipped me over the edge is when I recently went in to apply for funding, the only reason they could give me for not giving me the money to make the animation for development funding was, you're doing an impersonation of Rafael Nadal, and that's racist. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, that's okay. And, this person was saying that's problematic, that's racist, go back, revisit it, sort it out. And I sort of like hung up the phone and I was just thinking about that, and I sat on that for a while. And then I started to think, I was like, man, Rafael Nadal has seen my impersonation of him. Like, I know for a fact that he laughs at it. Like, I know for a fact that he sits with his teammates and he's like members of his team, like Uncle Tony and stuff, and they watch it and they laugh. So if he's not offended by it, why would someone who works in this bureaucracy take the liberty upon themselves to deem that as offensive when the actual individual that I'm parodying doesn't find any offense in it whatsoever? It's like, you can't even be offensive in the pursuit of being inoffensive anymore. And I think that's something that I'm really starting to realize, and I think it's important for a lot of comedians to understand that, some progressiveness is a good thing, but intent is the most important thing. And if that gets lost, then it's difficult to find what the line is and how to cross it in the pursuit of being humorous.